tonight on Newsbeat.
And I truly believe our beloved university's best days are ahead of us.
LSU chooses its next leader.
Cold temperatures sweep across campus.
And the capital city celebrates the arts.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts now.
Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Danielle Rancifer. Today, LSU announced the next president of the LSU system. Audrey Foster is live at the LSU Foundation building with more. Audrey?
That's right, y'all. Today, the Board of Supervisors met to choose the next president of LSU. After over 2 hours of deliberation, the board selected Wade Roos as the next president of the LSU system. Roos currently serves as the president of McNeese and was a favorite candidate of Governor Jeff Landry. The board also chooses Jim Dalton to serve as the next executive vice president and chancellor of LSU. Dalton currently serves as the executive VP and provost of University of Alabama. Roos addressed the media as the president of LSU for the first time today at a press conference.
Today, we begin the challenging work of restructuring confidence in the university's direction. The days of interim titles will come to an end. In the coming weeks and months, we will thoughtfully put leaders in place who will drive progress, accountability, and share our sense of purpose.
The Board of Supervisors also announced that they will be discussing a restructuring in the LSU administration at their next meeting. Back to you guys at the desk.
Dick Cheney, former Vice President of the United States, passed away today at the age of 84 due to complications with pneumonia. Cheney served as the 46th Vice President of the United States under President George W. Bush. He is survived by his wife and 2 daughters.
Books, stories, and a whole lot of inspiration is what filled the streets of Baton Rouge this weekend. Reporter Courtney Evans showed us why the Louisiana Book Festival remains a cherished tradition.
Over the weekend, Baton Rouge turned into a hunting ground for book lovers at the annual Louisiana Book Festival. I stopped by to see how readers, authors, and families come together every year.
The book festival was once again the place to be, and it was where stories had the chance to come alive. For many authors like Andrea Wren, it is not just a festival, but more of a special moment.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me because this is my first time being here, and it really gives my book the exposure that it needs. It allows me to do some marketing for myself as an author and to get my name out there and to meet some fantastic people that we have here in the state of Louisiana.
Arthur spent the afternoon meeting readers, signing copies, and even mentoring and giving advice to others out there. It was moments like these that truly captured the spirit of the festival.
Because I was sitting waiting to purchase a book from someone, and I noticed that she was educating another author on how to publish his books in a manner that he would get more widespread attention. So it's just that collaboration that, the authors are showing amongst each other. I was really impressed.
So whether you came to the Louisiana Book Festival to meet an author or find your next good read, it truly showed that Louisiana's love for literature is alive and well. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Courtney Evans.
A day filled with books, creativity, and community really showed that the Louisiana Book Festival is the heart of Baton Rouge literature.
The Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge hosted its 20th annual Fall Fest for All, celebrating with live music, vendors, and activities. Reporter Chancellor Anderson has more.
Live music, shops, goats, and more were all included at the Fall Fest for All in Baton Rouge Sunday. The Art Council of Baton Rouge and the Manship Theater provided an interactive art experience free for all Baton Rouge residents.
I'm here volunteering for Manship Theater. They just had a play for the children, Billy Goat Scruff, and they asked me to come and clown. I'm a kind of old clown. I'm 83 years old, but I decided I'd get on my costume and bring my puppet and come.
The art festival aimed to emphasize the importance of creativity and artistic expression within the metro area, bringing together local artists, students, and families for a day filled with inspiration and community. Visitors also enjoy interactive arts and crafts stations, colorful face painting, and a marketplace featuring handmade items such as candles, jewelries, and original paintings created by local vendors.
It's important because the arts, they foster creativity, self-expression, empathy. You know, the arts connect communities, and you just get to express yourself in beautiful ways and create beautiful things, which makes people happy. So that's why I think.
The event celebrated the region's growing art scene while encouraging residents to support small businesses and embrace their own creativity. Organizers hope the event will continue to inspire future artists and remind everyone that creativity plays a vital role in building a vibrant, connected community. For Tiger TV, Chancellor Anderson.
While the art festival may be over, it is never too late to help out local artists at the Art Center downtown. You can find out more at shawcenter.org. And we take a look at Tiger Stadium as cold temperatures have swept across campus. But will they stay? Cassidy Trepanier with the weather forecast next.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Now, it's been pretty chilly this past weekend, but that's what you should expect since it's November.
I agree, Danielle, but you gotta admit the weather can be pretty unpredictable in Louisiana.
Very true. Our own weather correspondent Cassidy Trepanier is in studio to tell us what to expect for this upcoming week. Cassidy?
Well, Lexi, unpredictable is just the word, but before we get into that, let's talk about tomorrow's weather. Early in the morning, we see at 6 a.m. temperatures will be in those lower 40s, going up into those upper 50s still in those morning hours. Now, when we get into afternoon, we're seeing at 12 p.m. that temperature of 70, going up into that 74, and eventually with that high of 78 tomorrow, with that sun setting at 5:14 p.m. Now, let's take a look at this satellite imagery to help us visualize why it's going to be hotter tomorrow than it's been recently and how it could be back cold later in the week. So as we look, we can see that there is a cold front that has pushed in the southeast, bringing a surge of cold, dry air from the north. Now, meanwhile, warmer air is building up in the west and northeast, likely ahead of that cold front, which is causing a strong temperature contrast across the country. So basically, we're seeing a cold spell here in the southeast region, with that mid-region being hotter than normal for those times during this time of year. Now, let's get into that 7-day forecast. Like I said, tomorrow we'll see a high of 78 with a low of 55, Going into Thursday, it will be sunny with a high of 79 and a low of 63. And we expect to see those temperatures go up until around Sunday, where we see a high of 74 and a low of 43. Coming in Monday and Tuesday, we're expected to see sunny skies with that high of 59 and that low of 34 on Monday. And Tuesday, it will be a high of 62 and a low of 39. So make sure with these temperature changing that you're paying attention to your weather, because you can get sick with these type of conditions. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Danielle, at the desk.
November is National Career Development Month, and every year students are looking for their future careers to pursue after graduation. Most students are unsure about what career to choose due to lack of awareness, bringing confusion about what path they should take. At LSU, places like the Allen Center have resources like resume writing, job guidance, and career assessments to help students take that major step into finding their career. LSU's Career Center Director Jesse Downs explains the importance of helping students find their future careers with resources at the center.
Helping students kind of leverage the full bevy of resources available to them, take full advantage of all the experiences they have as a student in order to propel them to success is something that I think is just necessary in our work.
You can check out the LSU Career Center in the Student Union or visit their website at lsu.edu/career. Next at 5, which chicken you pickin'? Hot Takes has the answer after this.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. Canes and Zaxby's. These two giants in chicken fingers have been long fought over which is better. Well, Raising Cane's is better than Zaxby's, and I can say that confidently because I'm a Cane's professional. I spent over $400 on Cane's my first semester of college. Like, financial aid didn't even stand a chance. But it all paid off because this year I became the Caniac Maniac winner at LSU football. A whole year of free Cane's. So yeah, I'm loyal. Some people have scholarships, I have sauce privileges. Here's why Cane's wins. Cane's knows who they are. Chicken, fries, Texas toast, and sauce. Meanwhile, I need a GPS to navigate Zaxby's menu. Cane's chicken is perfectly golden and tender. Sure, every now and then, Zaxby's has a tender bite, but most of the time their chicken is tougher than a dorm mattress. Cane's sauce is giving handcrafted by the culinary gods, while Zaxby's is giving Pinterest fail. So yeah, I may be biased, but when you drop $400 on Cane's and still cheer them on when you win, that's not bias, that's commitment. Zaxby's could never. One love. Back to y'all at the desk.
We have breaking news. Emergency crews are responding to a plane crash at airport in Louisville, Kentucky. The plane is owned by UPS. There are injuries, but the severity is unknown. This is a developing story.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's News Beat.
To stay up to date on LSU news and sports, be sure to follow all of our socials at LSU Tiger TV.
Until next time, I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Danielle Rancifer. Have a great night.